Hey, what's going on, guys? Caucasian Mark here, whitest student on the internet. And what we're going to be doing today is working on backgrounds. Now, there's a lot of stuff you can do with backgrounds. We've seen background color, working with the various elements we have on the page. But what if you want to do something a little bit more, right? And so if you're using your crafty eyes, you could see I made an images folder as well. They have a CSS folder, now I have an images folder, keeping that organization flowing. And what if I want to make the background of my page a certain image? How do we deal with that particular issue? So we're going to come to our CSS styles right here. We're going to do body, and then I'm just going to slap that right on in there. And so we have background image. You're going to have URL, and then I have this here because we're walking outside of this folder, or we're walking outside of the CSS folder, and then we have to enter into the images folder right here, and then we're selecting the blue gradient PNG file I have in there, which is the exact same name as this, otherwise it doesn't work. And so we have this here. We're going to save it, come down, refresh, and look at it. It doesn't look too bad, but what if we move the page all the way up? It repeats, and I guess it's cool if you have you had your old GeoCities websites, the early internet days where you had shit like this, but this kind of looks like ass, right? So what do we do with something like that that looks like total ass? Well, there's a wide variety of things we could do. So we can come into here, select our background image, so we don't have to type it all. And you see there's a wide variety of things we could do here. And so we could come in, actually, okay, this is all the options it wants to give us. Actually, this is not what background repeat. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there. We could do no repeat. And you could imagine what this does. It only does that once. So we only have that image right there. It looks good, but everything else is hanging over it. Now, what if we want to, say, extend it. What's going wrong with my life right here? And we want to repeat it as kind of how it was set before. Remember, we had the kind of the white part down here all over the page. The no repeat we just did, but let's repeat X. Well, we're repeating it along the X axis here, and I'll show you what it looks like. As we can see, it's repeating going this way, but not going down. And if we were to do, say, repeat Y, refresh this down here, we would see that it goes that way. Now, with a gradient, it doesn't look that good, but you can imagine with maybe styling certain parts of your page, you will want to repeat along the X or the Y axes, depending upon what it is you're trying to make, or how large the file may be. It may not even matter that you repeat it through and through, depending on the design. Once again, you may have a graphical designer create that image, and it may be scalable and will fit in accordance with everything else around it. Pretty cool stuff there. So you're able to now set the images or the backgrounds, the image wherever you want to. Sorry, my coffee's not kicked in for some odd strange reason today. But say we want to do something else with the background image, right? Say we want to do background and we want to do something like position. Well, let's say we want to make it centered. We could come into here, and then we could center the image, and then we have that right there. But for the purpose of this tutorial, the background repeat, let's just do no repeat so I could accent what I'm trying to do here. And now that we've moved the background itself, which is this thing up here, it's not repeating. As you see, this is cascading down the instructions we're using. We want to be careful that we have it now sitting right in the center. Now we can do other things like move it, left. I think that added some extra code in there for me. Left. But it naturally will go that way anyways, which is pretty cool stuff as well. So let's go to the background again, and see some of the other fun stuff we could do. We could even go into size. We could do auto, but remember what we did with the font, right? If I could type there. Made it really, really tiny. Now it's hanging out right over here. Cool stuff. What if I wanted to make it 1,000? Let's see what this does to it. And it brings it up to, you know, closer to its size that we originally had there. But keep in mind when you're resizing an image, it does, especially if it's a larger file, it may complicate things, take longer to download the file and overall load the page. So you kind of want to make sure you have your image files ready to go, because if you have to tweak it every time they say use it on a phone or a laptop or a tablet, there may be minor complications there because not all the dimensions are the same and your website may not be fluent all the way through, which, you know, it's not, you know, may not matter for you, it may matter, who knows, but that is just some of the things you could do with the background there. If we come back in here, you can see there's other stuff as well, the image that we already have, and let's see if I could scroll down here. We could blend, we could clip it, but all the ones I typically use are coloring. You have your positions, repeats in the images, things along that nature as well. Hopefully this gets you started here. The Caucasian mark, like, share, subscribe, contribute. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, leave in the comment below. Give it 1,000 thumbs up, create 100 accounts, keep coming back. You guys rock, and I'll see you in the next action-packed video.